Peace, diehards. Welcome to the DiehardKnicks podcast at the half. Yeah, right now we're playing against the Atlanta Hawks, man. I'll pull up the score right now. We are rocking. We're losing 58-54, man. So far, so good. In my opinion, so far, the Knicks have been actually playing pretty good for the most part. We kind of instilled our will in stints, but I feel like we're letting these guys off the hook, man. We're letting them come back into the game. They're not really playing their game. But I'm gonna drop Tony in first, man, so Tony can give his insight. So what's up, Tone?
What's going on, man? Shout out to the chat. Yo, Blackest Time. Yeah, I'm not as happy as you are. Per se.
I got you.
I'm a bit upset, man. I feel like we should be up. We should be up big. Turnovers killed us. I think rebounding killed us, and not getting back because they get the rebound and they're on the break. And fouls. I mean, we were in a penalty with at least 6-7 minutes left, maybe even 8 minutes left. That is a recipe for disaster. That's exactly what I wanted us to do. You know, get them in foul trouble where we're at the line. But I'm not that upset because we're not down. We're only down but 4 points. So, I mean, we could turn that around and see how it goes.
Jason, we got you in here too, man. What's going on today?
Hey, what's going on, man? I don't really like the pace of the game for the Knicks. I mean, if you look at the Knicks, they're huffing and puffing, man. I mean, they're trying to play at this a little bit faster pace, at the Hawks pace. I think they're trying to play. And, sometimes it looks good and it looks like it's exciting because, they get some fast breaks and they get some quicker buckets. But ultimately, I don't think that the Knicks can win at this pace, really. I think that if they're going to win the game, I think they're going to have to try to slow the game down a little bit. That means when they score, they got to get back down quicker defensively, make sure that the Hawks not getting a quick shot off. And also, in order to slow it down, they got to do a better job on the boards. Right now, they're losing the rebounding battle 28-23.
Yep.
And they're shooting 49% from the field. They're only shooting 12.5% from three. They're not taking a lot of threes. They're 1 for 8 from the 3-point line, while on pace the Hawks are 6 for 18 from the 3-point line. But again, I feel like, we've seen the game swing. The Knicks were up 10, and then the Hawks come back and take the lead. Then the Knicks go up 7, then the Hawks come back and take the lead. And part of it is because when you're playing that quick pace, you're gonna have wild swings like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't like the Knicks playing this pace against this team. I don't think we can withstand it.
Well, the thing about basketball, as you guys know, it's a game of runs, man. So, you can't really get too upset about it because the times where the Knicks were up, they were up for a large part of the that first half, especially in the first quarter. Kind of, it was like the Knicks were kind of like bullying them. We were letting RJ Barrett was kind of doing what he wanted to do. Elfrid Payton surprisingly has been doing what he wanted in the paint against these guys as well too. So I mean, these guys are not really known for defense. But we've been taking advantage of that. Like, look at the shot chart here. Most of the Knicks points are right in that paint area. They can't stop us there. Mm-hmm. But also the other side, it's the same thing. Most of that is due to fast breaks and just letting Atlanta get loose. That's one thing we can't do. We cannot let Atlanta get loose in the second half, because if they ever do, then we'll definitely be in trouble, man. But
exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be whoever makes the next who makes the right adjustments for the second half for things to turn out.
Exactly. I think I'm surprised that we haven't seen more of Emmanuel quickly.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. He did a couple rookie mistakes this game, man. Kind of like bad shot selection a little bit for in certain parts of the game. But Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I think that was a big no-no, with Tibbs. You know what I mean? As a rookie to take that three he took. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the reason. But I'm sure he'll be in the second half.
Yeah, and that's probably a message from Tibbs, like, hey, you're not just gonna come in, maybe some other guys, you see some other guys take some shots, but they've been in the league for a little while. You're not going to come in and just wild out. You know what I'm saying? You got to be under control a little bit. Probably just a message. He only played 3 minutes and 38 seconds. We'll see what he does in the second half.
Well, we're definitely gonna need him, man, because we're kind of top heavy right now. Randall has 18, Payton got 10, Barrett has 12. Nobody else is really doing anything else, man. With Atlanta, their guys are kind of like like they're like right at the cusp of doing something. You got Huerta, you got Bogey, whatever his name is, Cam Reddish. These guys can get hot as well, and the Knicks can't really match them with that firepower, man. So we just got to try to keep the space like that, and hopefully we can get the last run, because this game has definitely been one of those games where it's been back and forth. Right.
And so far, the Knicks have only played 8 players, and Emmanuel Quigley's really only played 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Kevin Knox has only played 5 minutes and 45 seconds. So really, the Knicks have played 6 players, and if they're going to try to play at a high tempo with 6 players, they're gonna tire out. They're gonna run out of energy. You know what I'm saying? They got to find a way to slow it down. I think if they're only going to be using 6 players, and I know people hate that when you say, "What do you mean slow it down? Why do you want to slow it down?" But this is a case, in my opinion, when I think you're gonna have to slow it down, slow the pace down. That doesn't mean not to take fast breaks when they're there, right? If you can get out on a fast break, you get a steal. You get a fast break, you go. But 6 players primarily playing, only 6 players had double-digit minutes. It's going to be hard for these guys to maintain that level of pace if they're only going to have 6 players really playing any ball.
Yeah, we're not really fast either. A lot of the guys that we're playing, we're not fast like that. So this is definitely against our strengths, man. So. Any craziness, man? Because I know Sim, the last game, you said somebody's going to shoot a miracle shot to win the game at the end, man. So it almost happened, man. Because Mitchell Robinson hit that block. That was kind of like a miracle thing. So any crazy predictions, you guys, for the second half?
Now, I don't have any crazy predictions for the second half. I think I don't. It's hard. It's hard for me to say if the Knicks are going to pull it out or not. I just think that they've got to, just play a little bit slower, or make the game a little bit slower by grabbing rebounds and playing more at their pace. Because I think, I don't think they can win at the pace that they're playing.
Yeah, I definitely think you're right. I noticed a lot of huffing and puffing, and I think those fouls were maybe attributed to how tired they were. Especially Mitchell Robinson. I think he played a phenomenal first quarter. Second quarter, the foul trouble early, or as a team, the foul trouble early. I think that really killed us. The turnovers, I don't know how many we had, but it was some crucial ones. So if we cut down on that stuff, I think we'll be okay. And I need them to win this.
We have 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers in the first half.
So not bad.
What do you think about this guy? What do you think about this guy, Uncle Fulio? You saying we should go small? You think that's gonna work?
I mean, they've gone small in the first half. When Mitchell Robinson is out, there's no Noel, so we've gone small. Mitchell Robinson's played 15 minutes, right? So when Mitchell Robinson's not in, that means Julius Randle is playing center because Noel hasn't played, so they've been going small. I don't know how much smaller you want them to go.
Yeah, I think that worked. I think we played well with that lineup. I will say that.
Yeah. I mean, you go any smaller than that, that means you
You'd be playing the ball boys and the freaking water guys and stuff like that.
I mean, what you gonna do? You want to put Jared Harper in for Reggie Bullock? Put Jared Harper at the small forward spot? I don't know.
You put Johnny Bryant out there.
Right. I don't think they can go any smaller.
But
even going small, I still don't feel like they can play as fast as Atlanta plays. I mean, they're keeping up tonight so far, right? But if the game keeps going at this pace, Atlanta's going to end up hitting a few more threes, and we don't launch threes like the way that they launch threes. We've taken 8. They've taken 18. You know, we've made 1 of those 8. They've made 6 of those 18. You know, and if they get back on average, that means they're going to make more in the second half. You know, so, you know, going small would mean that you're trying to, like, if you go small, not just because Noel is out, but because you want to try to match them, then that means you're trying to play at a faster pace. And I just don't think we have the efficiency to play at that pace.
Yeah, I got you, man. Yo, I was are you guys
That was
watching
6
MSG?
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was 6 people, absolutely. You guys watching on MSG or are you watching the Atlanta Network?
I'm watching
MSG. Yeah.
Well, I'm watching the stream. I'm actually watching the Atlanta game because I kind of like to hear what they have to say. So they got Dominique Wilkins over there. He's giving like the color commentary and stuff, and he's been very excited, not necessarily for what Atlanta's doing, but just for what the Knicks are doing. He can't believe it. So I mean, like that's been a sentiment around the league. Is that a lot of like, you know, while we're so critical because we're diehard fans, you know, we're crazy with it, so we're going crazy with it. But fans on the outside, they can't believe that the Knicks are playing like this. You know, they were excited about the defense. They were really talking up on Julius Randle. Also, you know, of course, Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau has these guys playing organized, and it's something different than it's been happening for like the last few years. So it's scary, kind of, you know, for teams to show up against the Knicks and actually see a competent basketball team. So I think that was exciting for me, just listening to them talk about us, you know.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's exactly what we need. And as long as we continue to play, you know, good basketball, you know, people will continue to notice, you know, what we're doing out there. So
that's the only reason I get excited about the national televised games, like to hear other people's perspective. Other than that, you know, it's MSG all day.
Yeah, Clyde is the best, I think, man. I can't listen to anybody else but Clyde and Breen.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. I get frustrated listening to other teams' broadcasts when I have to, you know, because they're so, not every team, but some teams are so biased. Some broadcasters are so, especially Boston.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Them Boston guys, man, oh my gosh, you know, they burn me up sometimes, you know?
Yeah, a bunch of homers on the other teams, man. Like, oh, man, the guys are so good. This and the others. Like, oh, come on, man, calm down, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You know, from the outside looking in too, a lot of other fans, they tend to be like they just love stars. You know, they say, oh wow, did you see what Trae Young is doing? Like, wow, look at that.
Right,
but I mean, like they're not really like us, like how we just looking at like the way the guys are playing defense. You know, we're talking about the way guys are shooting and, you know, coming off the wrong foot and not squaring up, these type of things. That's how we talk basketball. But other you know, places in the country, they're just focused on, wow, did you see that move? Oh, wow, you need to get him more, you know, like there's just a different perspective from other fans around the league.
Yeah, that's without a doubt.
Oh, for sure.
That's without a doubt.
So I need a prediction, man. I need some predictions. What do you think?
Oh, man.
Give me Tone, man. Give me Tone. What you got, Tone?
114, 119, 114 Knicks.
What? Okay. He numbers. He put
listen,
some numbers
I'm going with the Knicks. I think Tom Thibodeau is going to find a way to slow down the Hawks just enough. And I think it's going to be a squeaker, though. I think, you know, I say it's like 110, 108 Knicks.
I can agree with that. I'm not going to put no numbers out there because I'm not good at math. But I mean, the Knicks. I think Tom, like you said, Tom Thibodeau. I think he's going to win the second half as far as adjustments and stuff. We're going to be, you know, fighting each other left and right, throwing jabs and all that stuff. But when it gets to the end, it's going to be the team that gets the last run. And I'm hoping that the Knicks, physicality that we've been showing, you know, and with these wins, whatever. I hope that translates to this game. So I'm hoping they win, man. So I mean, you guys already put numbers and everything. So get ready for that post game show on Knicks channel. You know what I'm saying? So now you guys can go out there and say, "Yo, you didn't say that on DiehardKnicks." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You were talking all that shit. What happened? You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I can get some crazy feedback with that. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I'm a little delayed. So is the game start yet?
Yeah, it's back on.
It's back on. Okay,
it's back on.
I still have them warming up, but yeah.
All right, y'all, man. So let's say goodbyes, man. See you guys at the half.
Right, man.
As always, man. Shout out to the chat. Yo, Blackest Time, Eru. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you, Ebro.
Let's
Be
get this
peaceful,
one.
ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Soon.
man. See
See
you
you
guys at
soon.
the
Peace.
See you guys at the post game show.
No doubt.
Facts.
Peace.